Hello, I'm Allie Nastor, and we're here at the Martial Arts Kid movie premiere. I am here with one of the lead actress, woo, Cynthia.
Hi, it's great to be here.
So are you excited, nervous? How do you feel about the premiere?
I'm very excited because it's a film that we're all proud of and it has a good message, and I just hope everybody really likes it and they walk away with a positive feeling about martial arts.
Definitely. And so what was your favorite part about filming the movie?
Oh, my favorite part. I guess my favorite part is that I worked with all my really, really good friends. So to me, it was like filming with my family and having a great time.
Definitely. And so filming with your family and the family aspect of the movie and anti-bullying, what is your take on that and how do you feel the movie portrays this?
Well, I think what it does is nowadays bullying is such a big issue. It always has been, but even more so with media, that when people see this, I think it will get them to do martial arts and to realize that they're not going to be the superman, superhero, but they're going to know enough not to tolerate bullying. And I've already had some people message me just from seeing our little trailer saying it's helped their life, it's helped them dealing with bullying and become more confident and stronger. So I think if they just see the trailer and it helps them, that once they see the movie, it's really gonna make a big impact on teens.
Definitely. I was seeing the trailer myself, and I'm excited to see the movie to see that impact itself. So did you get to do any of the martial arts yourself?
Yes, of course. Yeah.
So what's your favorite move? Do you have a favorite move, or was it hard for you?
I think, no, because I've done a lot of action pictures. I think my favorite scene is where we're on the beach and I come down and I catch one of the bad guys bullying a young kid. And it's a strong fight scene, but it has a little comedy to it. I fight them with a beach towel and stuff like that. But it's still pretty effective moves. It's kind of like Jackie Chan-ish style fighting.
Cynthia, we were told that you just got finished doing something in Mount Everest?
Yeah, I did the trek to base camp at Mount Everest. It took us about 2.5 weeks trekking through Nepal, and it was very challenging for me. It was exciting. It's probably the most difficult thing I ever did, but I walked away with realizing, like just looking at Mount Everest and the nature that, that our world is just so beautiful. And it's something I like to do is challenge myself physically to do it. So I think my next thing is probably going to be Machu Picchu.
Oh my gosh, I need to follow you around. That sounds amazing. So what was the one thing that you think you told yourself to get through the rest of the hike?
I think the worst part was the altitude sickness, and because it's all uphill, and every night they checked our levels for altitude, and I went down to 65, and if you get down to 50, you're off the mountain. You have to get helicoptered out. So I guess that was like the toughest thing, is because it doesn't matter what kind of shape you're in when that altitude hits. And I remember my head was hurting so bad, I kept rubbing my temples that I had the skin burned off my temples, and I had little scabs on it. But once we get there and you get to the peak, you can only stay there about 30 minutes because it's over 19,000 elevation and the air is really thin. But you're so excited that you've made it. It's such an awesome goal and challenge to one person to be able to even do it. But I just remember saying, 1 foot in front of the other, 1 foot in front of the other. I will get there eventually.
That is amazing. I am so impressed right now. Do you have any pictures anywhere? I want to see this, what it looks like.
I do. If you go to my Facebook site, you could see there's a photo album that says Everest.
I am with TJ Storm. Very, very honored to be in your presence right now. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But so you are the bad guy in the movie. So tell me a little bit about your role and your character.
I wanted to bring out, a more realistic version of it. I'm not necessarily planning to be bad. I just represent the opposite side of what is going on. And in this particular movie, it's martial arts, traditional martial arts, versus a newer form, MMA. So what's discipline and honor and all of that versus hardcore, realistic fighting. And that's what I represent in this movie.
Definitely. So did you have to do a lot of training, or were you well-versed before the film?
I'm all about ballet and peace. So no, I grew up doing the martial arts. So
total opposite, huh?
Yeah. But I love the martial arts and I've done it all my life. So I just brushed up on my MMA skills for the most part for this film. And you got to be ready when you're going up against Don the Dragon Wilson. 7-time world champion kickboxer, or 11 or 15-time, I can't keep track. He's a beast. So you got to be ready for that. So I trained a lot to be ready for that.
Were you a little bit intimidated against being with all of these legends?
In this movie, you're absolutely surrounded by legends. I mean, there's Jerry Blanks, Don the Dragon Wilson, the Cobra. There's all these amazing martial artists. So I'm honored. I'm absolutely honored to be in such an amazing group.
Definitely, and I'm honored to be with you right now. So I hear a little thing about you or the Godzilla.
Yes.
He says as if we didn't know we were going to talk about it. So do you want to tell us about how that is?
It was amazing. I mean, it was a top secret project. It was so top secret that a friend of mine called and he's like, dude, do you mind coming in and just doing some work, some movement? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So we got there. It was an open warehouse and he's like, you're Monster 1, you're Monster 2, and you're Godzilla. And I'm like,
Pardon?
it was awesome. And that was Garrett Warren. He's an amazing action director, and it was an amazing project. Obviously, it's mind-blowing. I mean, you see it up on the big screen after they do all the art, and I mean, there's an army of special effects guys doing that amazing work. You're just blown away. It was a great story. It was a great piece of action.
So comparing those two roles, was there anything difficult compared to this one that you had to deal with in Godzilla?
Yeah, in Godzilla, I got beat up more. It hurt more, but it was a blast, and so was this one. We had a lot of fun. The characters are fun, and the people are the best to work with. It was absolutely amazing.
I am here with the star of the night, Jensen Panettiere. How are you feeling right now?
Exhilarated. It's awesome. So many people. This is the definition of controlled chaos. And it all seems to be revolving around where I am for some reason.
And I guess controlled chaos is kind of relating back to the martial arts that you had to do in the movie.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. And it's all about taking that chaos and putting it in something that is controlled.
Yeah. And so how did you take the martial arts and go with it? Like, how was that training process?
Well, I had been doing stunts since I was little. I had been doing parkour, free running. I was a sponsored skateboarder, and I have done about 4 years of Krav Maga, which is Israeli Defense Force fighting. So, like, them telling me to do anything, like a flip.
Like, sure, let's go for it.
Let's go for it. Yeah, like how I got the role originally was I did a backflip in the audition room, and they were like, well, we can't ignore this because that saves us just way too much money. And I was like, okay, yeah.
So you're like, okay, I'll have a little bit of training, but you can obviously get anything.
Exactly, and this it's a mixed kind of martial arts, so it didn't really matter what was going on.
So did you get anything that like really kind of hurt you during the martial arts training, or you're obviously a skateboarder, so you know how that like hitting cement feels?
Here's the thing: when you're really good, not me. Let me correct that. When your stunt coordination team is so good, you don't get hurt. Their job is to make sure you don't get hurt. They count for every variable because that is their job. They know how to work with kids because they know what kids like to do and they know where to watch. And that's why I didn't get hurt, not once. Definitely.
Well, so tell me a little bit about your character.
Robbie, he's an interesting kid. He's a smart head. But the other
smart head. I like that. I like that verbiage.
Yeah, he's a good guy. But like anybody, he has family troubles, and a lot of times you just can't get out of your own way. And what this martial arts does, and what it actually had done for me at a certain point in my life, was give me something to kind of take all of this me that I was kind of fighting and put it in something where I could really see have a positive effect. And all of a sudden, it totally kind of changed how I saw myself. And how I saw even all my pent-up anger, I saw it now as fuel. And it totally it turned the engines on. So it all helped. I love this movie. As soon as I heard the plot idea, I fell in love.
So do you feel like you and the character relate? You kind of intertwine now?
Absolutely, 100%. I'm a little bit more of a wet noodle.
A little
looser. And Robbie's a little bit more stentorian, but very good kid. And that's the whole thing is fight makes right, or fight for right, not for might.
I like that. Fight for right, not for might. I like it. So we're really excited about their premiere. It's right now tonight. How do you feel?
Honestly, I feel great. I'm super excited. It's great to see everybody. It's like a huge family reunion.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Jensen. Thank you so much for talking to me. And again, if you want to learn more about the Martial Arts Kid, go to the martialartskidmovie.com. Thank you so much and stay tuned.